I'm going to challenge you for 7 days because this is the fastest way to prove a point. For 1 week, stop trying to outsuffer belly fat. No extra cardio, no punishment workouts. Don't even change your diet yet. Instead, do this exact protocol. After your 2 biggest meals, walk for 10 to 15 minutes. Keep the pace so comfortable you can breathe through your nose most of the time. And for at least 10 minutes, put your phone away, look up, scan the horizon, and just move. That's it. Now, here's the dramatic part. By day 7, many people notice at least one of these shifts. Fewer late-night cravings, steadier energy after meals, better sleep, and their waistline feeling less tight or bloated. Not because you magically melt fat in a week, but because you changed the signals that drive blood sugar swings, stress load, and recovery. So if you're tired of hard mode, do the 7-day challenge with me. In this video, I'll break down the 5 walking hacks behind it, why they work for many people, and how to stack them into a routine you can actually stick to. Here's the idea most people miss. Hard training can be a great tool, but when it's stacked on top of poor sleep, high life stress, and inconsistent recovery, it can keep the body in a more stressed state. And when stress stays high, a few things often get harder. Cravings and appetite control, sleep quality, blood sugar stability, and consistency. That combination can slow fat loss, especially around the abdomen. So if intense cardio hasn't worked for you, it doesn't mean you're broken. It may simply mean you need a method that's easier to recover from, easier to repeat, and easier to sustain. So why walking? Your body uses 2 main fuels, carbohydrate, like glucose, and fat, like lipids. At higher intensities, the body tends to rely more on carbohydrate because it can be used quickly. At lower to moderate intensities, fat oxidation can contribute more, especially when oxygen delivery is steady. This doesn't mean running is bad. It means walking can be a reliable way to accumulate a lot of movement with a lower recovery cost. For many people, that's the advantage. You can do it more often with less bounce-back time. And consistency is usually the winner. Now, let's turn a simple walk into a smarter protocol. Hack number 1 is the post-meal glucose sponge walk. If you carry belly fat, there's a decent chance you also have some degree of insulin resistance. That means after meals, blood sugar can rise higher and stay elevated longer. Insulin may rise higher as well, and chronically elevated insulin can make fat loss more difficult over time. The protocol is simple. After your biggest meals, walk for 10 to 15 minutes. Why this helps? When muscles contract, they increase glucose uptake. A key player is GLUT4. GLUT4, a glucose transporter that can move toward the surface of muscle cells during activity. So your muscles act like a sponge, pulling some glucose out of the bloodstream and smoothing the post-meal spike. This doesn't erase the meal, but it can improve blood sugar management, and for many people that supports better appetite control and better consistency. Hack number 2 is the nasal-only rule. Most people make one of 2 mistakes. They walk too fast and turn it into stressful cardio, or they walk so slowly it barely becomes exercise. Here's a simple rule of thumb. Breathe through your nose only. Inhale and exhale. If you have to open your mouth to gulp air, you're probably pushing past a comfortable moderate intensity. Keeping your walk moderate often makes it easier to recover from, so you can do it more frequently. There's also a basic physiology concept called the Bohr effect, Hemoglobin levels influence how easily oxygen releases to tissues. Nasal breathing can help keep breathing steadier for many people. But the main value is practical. It's a simple pacing tool. Important note, if you have nasal issues, allergies, or you're not there yet, don't force it. Use it as a guideline, not a rule you suffer through. Hack number 3 is light load walking, also known as rucking. Over time, walking becomes easier, which is great, but the body adapts. To add challenge without adding impact, use a light backpack. Put 5 to 10 pounds inside. Water bottles work perfectly. A small load can increase the energy cost of your walk, recruit more muscles for posture and stability, and make the walk feel more full body without turning it into high stress. There's also growing interest in how load-bearing activity relates to bone-derived signals like osteocalcin, which may connect to metabolic health. But you don't need to obsess over hormones. The practical takeaway is simple. A light backpack can make walking more effective while staying joint-friendly. Hack number 4 is the look-up walk. If you walk while staring at your phone, you still get movement, but you may miss a big reason walking feels calming. Here's the protocol. During at least part of your walk, look up and out. Let your eyes take in the wider environment. When you move forward and your peripheral vision sees the world passing by, that's called optic flow. Many people find this reduces perceived stress compared with close-up screen focus. We don't need extreme claims, just this. If your walk feels calmer, you're more likely to repeat it, and lower perceived stress can support better sleep timing, better appetite regulation, and better consistency. So for at least 10 minutes, phone away, eyes up, scan the horizon. Hack number 5, the morning walk with daylight. Try 20 minutes in the morning. Fasted is optional. Some people feel great walking before breakfast. Others do better with a small snack. Either way, one dependable benefit is light exposure. Morning daylight helps set your circadian rhythm, your internal clock. That often supports better sleep timing later. And sleep quality is tightly linked to cravings, appetite, and insulin sensitivity the next day. So this hack is less about targeting belly fat and more about creating an environment where fat loss becomes easier. Now let's turn this into the 7-day challenge checklist. For the next week, after meals, walk 10 to 15 minutes after your 2 biggest meals. Pace check, nasal-only breathing as a guideline. 2 to 3 days this week, add a light backpack, 5 to 10 pounds. Look up, at least 10 minutes with no phone. Optional, a 20-minute morning walk with daylight. Track 4 things, not just the scale. Cravings at night, energy after meals, sleep quality, and whether your waistline feels less tight or bloated. Tonight, don't plan a punishment workout. Plan a walk. Start easy enough that you'll do it again tomorrow, because the goal isn't to win one hard day, it's to build a system you can repeat. If you want more science-informed low-stress strategies like this, hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.